Governor Ganduje vows to destroy banks rejecting old Naira notes, turn destroyed locations to schools. Governor Ganduje, just like he did by shutting down a supermarket, popular well-care supermarket in Kano, that for refusing to accept the old Naira note. Now he has come out to say, I will destroy any commercial bank that rejects old Naira notes, and I will turn the locations to schools. That is Alhaji Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, the governor of Kano State, talking here. Wow. And I'm sure it's because of this, their rift with the President Muhammadu Buhari on the Naira redesign policies with respect to the CBN position and also the Supreme Court order restraining them from implementing the policy. It's been back and forth, and because of that back and forth, fighting against each other, I think they are chairman, party chairman, and someone for a general meeting on Sunday. Now let's see what Ganduje has to say. Any bank that refuses to accept old 500 and 1,000 Naira notes will be destroyed, Governor of Kano State, Abdullahi Ganduje, says. The Governor of Kano State, Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, has warned commercial banks operating in the state not to reject the old Naira notes, affirming that any commercial bank that refuses to collect the old 500 and 1,000 Naira notes will be destroyed. Can you imagine? The governor issued the warning on Friday, February 17, 2023, while inspecting the palliatives that were to be distributed to the people of the state to relieve the people of the pains and hardship brought upon them by the cashless policy put forward by Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN. Any bank that refuses to accept old 500 and 1,000 Naira notes, will be destroyed. Okay, we will not tolerate such disobedience from any financial institution operating within our jurisdiction, he stated. The governor added that the location of the destroyed banks will be converted to schools. Can you imagine? We will convert the space of the destroyed banks into schools that will provide quality education for our children. Not really. How many of them? How many schools have you built? How many teachers have you employed, and how are you paying them? What is the state of Ministry of Education in your state? He's talking that we give them quality education, as if Kano, that has the highest number of Amajiris and the school dropout. For the past 8 years, how has Ganduje improved quality of education in the state? Is it now that he is talking? Okay. The spokesperson of the governor, Alba Anwar, buttressed the point of the governor, adding that the state government has the authority to take such decision in the interest of the people of the state, without any legal flashback, without any legal implication. You just go and destroy somebody's property. Okay. Anwar said the governor is not making an empty threat. The government has the power to take such measures if it is in the best interest of the people. The governor is determined to ensure that the people of Kano State do not suffer any undue hardship as a result of the cashless policy. None of the commercial banks operating in the state made an official reaction to the threat issued by the state governor as at the time of filing this report. Automatically, actually, most banks actually have asked. In fact, the bankers union, they have come up to tell their members across the federation, any state giving them trouble, they should shut down operation in that state and go home for their own safety until further notice. And that has been given. That order has been given by the Association of the Bankers staff across the federation. Okay. The position of the state governor on the cashless policy has generated controversies, as it is still unknown whether the commercial banks will dance to the tune of the governor or disobey him. The bank should shut down. That is all. Let him go and destroy, and let's see. That is the truth. The banks don't report to state governor, even though state governor actually is the chief security officer of the state, but then they report to governor on dotted line. Their line of reporting is Central Bank of Nigeria, and Central Bank of Nigeria reports to presidency, the executive arm of the government. So that is how it flows, even though to a certain extent the CCBN is autonomous by constitution. But then it's appointed, his officer, he is appointed by the president and also supervised by the president. That is how it works. So this is what Ganduje has come out to say. I know that this is following a lot of controversies, following, the address, national address that was made by the president on the 16th early morning, talking about, uh, keeping 500 and 1,000 naira notes away and making them unusable, okay, and has agreed to recycle 200 naira notes back into circulation just to strike the balance between the hardship that people are getting all over the country because of the naira shortage, and at the same time the benefit and the reason for the policy. Okay, so but unfortunately we know some governors, APC governors, are fighting the president on that note. Well, we know just like after the president's address that the 200 naira note is sufficient for the common man to use. Between 100 and 200 naira note, the common man can take care of his life. Okay, the people that are actually worried about this 500 and 1,000 naira note are politicians, because they carry money in huge quantities in cash, and so for them to reduce their load and maximize the amount of money they can carry at a time, their preference is on 500 and 1,000 naira note. In fact, basically 1,000 naira note. And so the accusation that has come that most of these governors have stashed up cash to buy vote during election, and then now the money is becoming useless in their hand. And that is why somebody like Bashir Ahmad has come out to accuse Ganduje, El-Rufai, and some other APC members that they are crying foul, they're angry with the president's policy and instructions because of the money they have stolen, that right now is becoming worthless in their hand. And that is the fact about it. Okay, especially this APC of the party. Okay, they have stashed so much cash, and now the thing is hitting them hard. They can't spend the money. The allegation that came up that they identified 22.5 billion naira cash in Kano State under the coffers of APC. They're ready to swap it to new note to buy vote. Up till now, they have not been able to explain it out. Okay, so it is obvious, and they have been accusing themselves how some governors have huge amount of money kept to be able to use it for vote. Okay, so right now, people are not accepting those old notes anymore anywhere. So even if they bring it out to the polling units to buy people's vote, to induce people, people are not going to accept it. Market women are no longer accepting it. Individuals are no longer accepting it, because even if these governors are giving instructions to their state to use the money, the question is not accepting the old naira note. Okay, the question is, after accepting it, will you have opportunity of swapping it or changing it out to new notes with the CBN? Because CBN has locked that option. Okay, I think a rumor came out that CBN had directed all commercial banks to accept the old naira note, both 500 and 1,000, and it turned out to be propaganda. CBN Governor Emefiele has come out to debunk it, to say, look, myself and CBN, we have never given instruction to commercial banks to accept the old naira notes of 1,000 and 500 denominations. Okay, take your old notes to designated CBN centers for swapping. The only money that has been brought back into circulation is the 200 naira note. That is all. 500 naira note, 1,000 naira note remain illegal tender. There are no more legal tenders. Okay, to further notice, take them to designated centers and swap them to new notes. That is the clarification the CBN governor just gave. But meanwhile, Ganduje is fuming, El-Rufai is fuming, Zamfara State governor is fuming, a lot of other people are fuming over the national address made by the president. And in line with all of these reactions, El-Rufai of Kaduna State went and made another national broadcast countering the instruction and the broadcast made by the president, and that has been termed as treason. Yes, that is treason, and let's see how the government will handle that. Ganduje on his own part is coming out here now to tell us, or to tell the people of the state, that he will destroy any commercial bank that refuses to accept the old 500 and 1,000 naira notes, and will turn the location to schools where they will give their people good education, as if there had been good education in Kano State before now. It's okay. So that is what is coming from Abdullahi Ganduje, the governor of Kano State, with respect to the Naira redesign policy and its impact on the citizen of the state.